I'm sure all spirits want to be in the light, but there are some that are not. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Elemi from Yeyeo Botanica. Welcome back. So great to see you all. Thank you for sharing us and coming back. And if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Remember, we're www.yeyeo, and we're a spiritual and wellness supplier, which is why I do videos about all things spiritual. And I'm Elemi. I want to shout out all my people from Long Island, New York. Woohoo! Welcome. So today, this is going to be so juicy today, because many times you've all told me, some of you have told me, oh, Elemi, I'd love to hear a video about this topic, and how do these things really affect you, and so on. So today, our video is about unenlightened, low vibrational spirits and how they affect people. So today, this video is one that you're going to kind of have to sit back and relax, because it is packed with information that is going to be really valuable, especially those of you who are interested in spirituality and really want to dive in more. So let's get started. Today I want to share with you this idea of spirits, right? There are a lot of times that people are like, oh, spirits are negative, they're bad, they're this. Well, what are you? We're spirit in a physical body, right? They go the Holy Ghost, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, right? You know, you look at a dog and his eyes are moving around and you're like, man, he's got a personality in there. What they say, the spirit of you, the spirit of your personality, of who you are. So this idea of spirits, if you're a person who you're uncomfortable with the subject, pass this video. If you're interested more about what does this really mean and how can these things affect me, this video is definitely for you. There are many times people have asked me about curses, generational curses, having bad luck, all of these different things. And I've done videos on how people can be affected by a curse, what curses look like, and so on. Well, these things all function through spirits, right? And so with everything in life, there's the positive and there's the negative, or there is the dark and there's the light, there's the night, there's the day, right? And there's a polarity to everything, and our personalities are no different. So today I want to share with you 10 ways, and a couple sweet things along the way, of how unenlightened spirits affect people, whether it be family members, friends, whatever. This is not really about generational curses per se. This is about how negative energy, low vibrational or unevolved spirits, all of these different terms refer to the same thing. Some people may say demons, or, evil spirits. Sometimes there's a slight difference, right? And so today we're going to kind of cover some of that and what that looks like. And I'm taking my time with this video today because Spirit has said, do this video and make it full of information that can help people to really start to understand more about these things that they don't really understand, and sometimes it's affecting them and they don't even realize it. So let's get into it. So the first thing is that it's important to understand that unenlightened, right? The word enlightened is there. And so of the light, right? If it's on, then that means it's not of the light. And so that means it is not transforming. The spirit, when a person passes away, if you've watched any of my videos, about some of the things that happens to people when they transition. This kind of goes with that subject. And so when people pass away, they are on their journey, right? They're on their journey of enlightenment, of strength, of evolution. The more enlightened they are, the stronger they are as a spirit, the more they can impress on their family, loved ones, and so on. But if they're not transforming, in the Bible it's called purgatory, and so on. In different cultures, this exists in every single culture. Of the light, not of the light. Of the high and of the low. Of the above and of the below. Same, right? Some of the things that happen is when the spirit is going through its process, that is also based on the person's character, how they live their life, and that definitely affects how they transform. And so if a spirit is unenlightened, means it's not transforming, means that it's in a state of upheaval, not going up, just kind of wandering around. And so even in spirituality, there's a term called anima sola, the lonely soul, and things like that. But I don't want to digress, and I definitely don't want to kind of go off in that tangent. So we know that people are, in a lot of ways, similar to how they are when they're alive, they are when they pass away. And as I've said in previous videos, they're on their journey of evolution. But spirits who are unenlightened, they're very trapped in a cycle continuously, which is why they're not evolving. They're trapped in a cycle. 1. 2, they're very tied to the earth plane. Very, very tied to earth. They're wanting to continue to do the things they were doing when they were in the physical. If they had any issues with alcohol or drugs or sex or deviance, they still want to do these things. In addition to the fact that they affect people in those ways. So they're looking for light. This is why they're considered as being unenlightened, and humans that are walking around represent light. So these spirits can affect people in ways such as encouraging people to have deviant behavior, very self-destructive behavior. 2, can affect people in wanting to indulge, overindulge, soak their sorrows, get people, sometimes people become very addicted to things, or their life becomes so out of control because they're partially being influenced by something else. So can a spirit get you to do everything like a robot? Absolutely not. Does it work on your weakness? Absolutely. So if the person has a weakness for these things, it's just going to accelerate it. And this is something to definitely keep in mind, which is why having a positive mindset is extremely important in life in general, because if you're not in a positive mindset, then these energies can definitely affect you. The other one is this idea of having no self-control. You see the person, they're very wound up, they're always shouting, aggressive, all of this stuff. Negative spirits or low vibrational spirits definitely help to accelerate that kind of behavior. It's like throwing gasoline on the fire. They definitely can help to amplify these things with people. The other one is they contribute to depression and emotional disturbance, but very, very specifically depression. It's something that I've seen many times over the years, people who've had severe depression after spirits were removed and things like that. It's like it just lifted and just transformed their affect and the way of being. The other one is that if you see, whether it be yourself or someone else, I'm giving you information that you can now be an observation of, or see if it's yourself. The person starts to wear dirty clothes all the time, not washing their clothes, being very unkept, kind of dirty in some respects, not just dirty clothes, dirty socks, dirty shoes, just wearing things that are dirty and soiled is oftentimes an example of something like that, if it is not mental illness or something else. Remember, we're not diagnosing everything. We're only talking about how low vibrational spirits can affect people. The other one is the person very disheveled? They just look frumpy and just all over the place. And this continues on for a very long time. That oftentimes can be a sign of that. They just can't seem to pull it together. You see them, they're just looking very all over the place. Very much a sign. The other one is poor self-hygiene. Poor self-hygiene isn't necessarily a person who has a health ailment that may cause them to have strong body odor or anything like that. Poor self-hygiene can be as a result of being affected by a low vibrational spirit, the person not taking care of themselves. It's not like they're taking showers and it's just not changing. Sometimes it can affect the person where they are doing regular cleanings, not spiritual cleansings per se, just regular taking of showers, and they just can't seem to shake certain odor. That can be as a result of a spirit as well. Sleeping in dirty sheets or sleeping in dirty beds over a very long time, very soiled sheets. Remember I told you about soiled clothes, soiled body, now sleeping in soiled sheets over a long period of time, that can also be a sign of a similar thing. And if you haven't seen my sleep paralysis video, you definitely want to watch that, because low vibrational spirits very, very oftentimes affect people around sleep paralysis. So you definitely want to watch that video. The other one is sweet thing. Woo! This is a sweet, sweet thing. Weren't hearing voices, and all of a sudden now you're hearing voices. Voices that are telling you things that are really negative, or they're just saying things that makes a person very anxious, saying, do this, do that, this is going to happen to you, that's going to happen to you. Oftentimes, those are signs of unenlightened spirits that are in the dark, that are on the earth plane and below, having the person have these thoughts that go along with the kind of negative behavior. And another one that I think is just really, really interesting, and I've learned this one over the years, is people who become very shut in. They don't want to leave the house. They don't want to leave the house. The house becomes their world. They want everything only to be happening in their house. And we're not talking about people who have, I want to make sure I say this word right, agoraphobia. We're not talking about people who have agoraphobia, even though that could be influenced by a spirit as well. But definitely people who at times who they find that they were out in the world, they were enjoying life, everything was fine, and then slowly, they become very shut in. So I hope that these gave you some ideas of how low vibrational spirits can affect a person, could be affecting you. But I want to share with you, if you're having anything like this, you need to find a spiritual professional. You need to find someone who can help you to diagnose, is this correct or not? And if you have it, you want to get rid of it. Because one, you weren't born with it. Two, it may have been attached to you or attached to someone that you know or someone around you. It could have been that they slept with the wrong person. It could have been that they picked it up on the street. The list goes on. And if you'd like me to do a video on how these things become attached to people, definitely comment below. But I want to say, find a professional. Find someone who has spiritual insight that can see these things and hopefully have the the spiritual strength and gift to remove them for you so that you can live a good life. And if you don't have this problem, definitely share this video with someone, because it may help someone that you would least expect that may be having this problem and has not known how to articulate it. And me saying these words in this video makes it go, what? That could be, right? So I hope that it was helpful. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you got anything out of this video. And if you want to stay in the know, hit the bell for notifications, and see you next time. Ashe, ashe, ashe.